Hello everyone. In series of lectures of stereochemistry, today I am going to discuss about lecture 3 from stereochemistry. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss about enantiomers, diastereomers and mesocompounds. First, enantiomers. What is enantiomers? They are optical isomers having one chiral carbon or one stereogenic center. Right? What is chiral carbon? Carbon at which different four groups are attached is known as chiral carbon or stereogenic center. Right? So enantiomer contain one chiral carbon, right? And it produces a pair of isomers. They are known as the enantiomers, right? And these enantiomers are non-superimposable mirror images to each other, and they rotate plane polarized light equally but in opposite direction. Right? Both isomers rotate plane polarized light, right, in same extent but in opposite direction. Right? In short, enantiomers are the optical isomers which have one chiral carbon or stereogenic center and have non-superimposable mirror images to each other and rotate plane polarized light equally but in opposite direction. Example, see bromochlorofluoromethane, right? Structure of bromochlorofluoromethane is given. Same structure, there is a stereogenic center, chiral carbon, at which different four atoms are attached, that is bromine, chlorine, fluorine and hydrogen, right? So that it can produce the pair of enantiomer. It is optically active compound, right? And both isomers are non-superimposable mirror images, right? They cannot be superimposed on each other. See second example of lactic acid. Here also one chiral center is present to which one carboxylic group, one OH hydroxyl group, one methyl group and one hydrogen atom is attached, right? That's why it has the four different attachment and that's why it is optically active and produces pair of enantiomer. And these enantiomer are non-superimposable mirror images for each other. Same N2-butanol. Right? In 2-butanol, second carbon is chiral carbon to which one hydrogen atom, one OH group, one CH3 group and one ethyl group CH2CH3 are attached, right, and produces pair of enantiomer. Next, physical properties of enantiomer. They have similar physical properties like melting point, boiling point, solubility, dipole moment, etc. Right? But they differ only in direction of rotation of plane polarized light, as we discussed, right? Plane polarized light rotation in same extent but in opposite direction, right? Then chemical properties. They have identical chemical properties, right? But they differ in the rate of reaction only when with achiral reagent, only with optically active reagent. Sorry, right? They differ in rate of reaction in which they react with the optically active compound. But in case of with achiral compound or optically inactive compound, they react in same rate. Right? For example, when enantiomers react with achiral reagents like HBr, that is hydrogen bromide, or sulfuric acid, give the same rate of reaction, right? But if the enantiomer react with chiral reagents like lactic acid, then they have different rate of reaction, right? So keep in mind that enantiomers only differ in rate of reaction when they react with optically active compound, another optically active compound, right? In case of reaction with optically inactive, that is achiral reagent, they react with the same rate. Okay? Then biological properties. They have different biological properties. For example, D dextroglucose and L levoglucose. Right? There is no relation between D and plus sign as well as L and minus sign. Right? DL is relative configuration of enantiomer, and plus and minus, that is indicator of the rotation of plane polarized light. Right? Now see what is the different biological property of D plus glucose and L levoglucose. Right? D dextroglucose gets easily metabolized in body to produce carbon dioxide and water molecule. Right? Where L levoglucose is not metabolized and is excreted as such through the urine. Right? So there is a difference in biological property of glucose with two different isomers, right, D and L. Second example is quinine. Its levo isomer have the anti-malarial activity, right? Levoquinine or quinine, levo isomer of quinine is known as quinine, and it have the anti-malarial activity, and it is useful for the treatment of malaria. Where is its D isomer, dextroisomer, is known as the quinidine, and it have not anti-malarial activity, but it have anti-arrhythmic activity. Right? So its dextro and levo form have different pharmacological action onto the body. Right? Next one is thyroxine. L levothyroxine is the active hormone that is secreted by thyroid gland, right? And it is highly active than its D-dextroisomer, right? Then in bacterial growth media, like nutrient media, some bacteria ferment the dextro form of compound without affecting the levo form, right? Next, diastereomers. Diastereomers are the optical isomers which possess two or more chiral carbons. Right? That's why it have the more than two stereoisomeric forms. Right? In case of enantiomer, there is a pair of enantiomer, that is two stereoisomeric form are available. Whereas in diastereomers, more than two chiral centers are present. That's why it have the more than two stereogenic form available. Right? So how can we decide how many stereoisomeric forms are available? The possible stereoisomeric form can be calculated by using the given formula, that is 2 raised to n, right? Where n is the number of chiral center or stereogenic center present in the compound. For example, 2,3-dichloropentane. See in this structure, 2,3-dibromopentane. In this structure, there are two chiral center is present, right, at second and third carbon. So it produces the 4 enantiomer, that is 2 pair of enantiomer, 2 raised to 2. In this one, n is 2. There is 2 chiral center, that's why n become 2, and 2 raised to 2 equal to 4. So it produces the 4 enantiomers or 4 isomers, right? See here, different 4 isomeric form, stereoisomeric form of 2,3-dibromopentane is given, right? First 1 and 2 are the enantiomer for each other, and 3 and 4 form are enantiomer for each other, right? So it produces 2 pair of enantiomer. And now discuss about diastereomers. Then first and third form are diastereomer for each other. See first and third, compare first and third form of 2,3-dibromopentane. Then see, they are non-superimposable mirror image, right? Sorry, they are not a mirror image and they are not superimposable. That's why they are diastereomers, right? And similarly, 2 and 3 and 1 and 4 and 2 and 4, right? 4 diastereomeric pair are available. One is 1 and 3, second pair is 1 and 4, right? Third pair is form 2 and 3, and fourth pair is 2 and 4, right? So 4 pair of diastereomers are available. Now physical properties, they have different physical properties and they can be easily separated by using different physical methods. For example, distillation, then crystallization, then chromatography, etc. Right? Chemical properties, they have similar but not identical chemical properties. That is, they have different boiling points. Their rate of reaction also differ with respect to one another. Right? Unlike enantiomer, diastereomers have similar but not identical chemical properties. They differ in their rate of reaction. Right? Then effect on plane polarized light. Diastereomers differ in specific rotation. Right? They have same or opposite signs of rotation and they may be optically inactive. Then mesocompounds. Mesocompound is an achiral compound that contains tetrahedral stereogenic center, right? But it also contains plane of symmetry. That plane of symmetry divides the compound into two similar halves, right? And that's why compound become optically inactive, right? So mesocompounds are optically inactive in spite of having chiral center, right? And they are achiral compound. It is an exception or example of achiral compound that have the chiral center, right? And that is because of presence of plane of symmetry. See example 2,3 dichlorobutane. Here in 2,3 dichlorobutane there are two stereogenic center present at second and third carbon. So it produces 4 stereogenic isomers. That is 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Now, see again, as we discussed in diastereomers, 1 and 2 is a pair of enantiomer. As similarly, 3 and 4 is pair of enantiomer. Right? And diastereomeric pair are 1, 3, 1, 4, 2, 3, and 2, 4. Right? But see in third and fourth structure. Right? When one plane of symmetry passes through this isomer, it divides the compound or molecule into two similar halves. See here, that is plane of symmetry, right? And it divides the molecule into two same half, right? Two same portion, and that's why it does not produce the optical activity. Why? Because these two same half cause the rotation of plane polarized light in same extent but in opposite direction. Right? That's why there is a zero or net of rotation of plane polarized light. Right? So mesocompounds are the compound which are achiral or optically inactive in spite of having chiral center. Thank you.